There's something we rarely say out loud, that we are tired of doing everything alone. We carry the tasks, the choices, the emotions, and the silent pressure to lead, to fix, to hold it all together. Somewhere along the way, we start believing that if we don't take charge, nothing will happen. We begin to think that control means strength. But the truth is, control doesn't give you power. It only makes you the bottleneck. And the more you try to hold on, the more everything around you starts to slow down or fall apart. Now think of Krishna. In the Mahabharata, during one of the greatest battles ever fought, he had every power to step in. He could have picked up a weapon. He could have led the charge. He could have forced outcomes. But he didn't. He chose something different. He sat quietly in the chariot, steady and calm, with the reins in his hands. It wasn't Krishna who fought the war. It was Arjuna who held the bow, made the choices, and felt the weight of each moment. Krishna guided, but never tried to control. He didn't move the world through action. He moved it through vision. And there's a deep kind of power in that. The kind that doesn't need to be loud. The kind that doesn't demand attention. It's the power that holds direction without needing to take over. It creates space for others to act, and somehow, everything still moves. That's what the Gita reminds us in verse 3.27. All actions are carried out by the modes of nature. But one who is confused thinks, I am the doer. So maybe your role isn't to do it all yourself. Maybe your strength is in holding the vision so clearly that others find the courage to step forward. Because real leadership isn't about showing how much you can carry. It's about creating the space where others begin to rise while you stay rooted. That's how Krishna moved the entire story forward, not with pressure, but with trust. He trusted Arjuna to fight. He trusted Yudhishthir to rule. He trusted Draupadi to carry her strength through fire. He stood beside them, but never once tried to walk their path for them. And still, the direction was always his. He never forced outcomes. But every outcome still returned to him. Not because he claimed anything, but because he had already let go of the need to be seen. That's the quiet power of detachment. When you stop chasing credit, something strange happens, people begin to give it to you anyway. But when you try to control the story, when you position yourself at the center of everything, others slowly back away. They feel that it's no longer about the shared vision. It's about you. Krishna never made that mistake. He let the warriors take the front. He let the queen speak with fire. He let the world move as it needed to. And still, everything moved around him. Because he remained still at the center. When the war was over, when the throne was restored, when the world was calm again, people remembered. They remembered the one who sat in the chariot. They remembered the voice that didn't shout, but guided. They remembered the one who never fought, yet made it all possible. So ask yourself, where are you trying to prove, instead of trust? Where are you holding on so tightly that no one else can step in? Where are you still thinking, if I don't do this, nothing will move? That thought might be the very thing keeping you tired. So maybe it's time to let go. Not from laziness. Not from escaping your role. But from quiet confidence, the kind that knows things will still get done, not because you control everything, but because you've created space for others to rise. That's what the most powerful leaders do. They don't rush to be seen. but their presence changes everything. Just like Krishna. He never needed credit, and yet, the story belongs to him. So maybe your strength isn't in being the hero. Maybe it's in being the one who carries the vision, calmly, clearly, without needing the spotlight. That's how the world moves forward without you burning out. That's how others rise into their power, while your influence grows in quiet ways. Because those who truly led rarely look like they're leading. They're the ones sitting steady, like Krishna on the chariot, letting the storm pass through them. And when it's all over, you finally realize it was always him, quietly guiding everything. That's the wisdom of not being the doer. That's the meaning of verse 3.27. And that's how you move the world without carrying all of it alone.